Welcome, my friends. Today I want to tell you a little bit about private keys, public keys, accounts, and wallets. I will focus on Ethereum here because it's for me the most valuable blockchain at the moment. So a lot of applications are building up on it, and so it makes sense to show you the things based on this example. So I have opened here Metamask, so basically the website of Metamask. Metamask, I'm pretty sure you have heard of it if you are in this space. Then Metamask is a wallet software, and the wallet software is basically a piece of software that is holding your private keys. And with your private keys, it also holds your accounts, and it's more or less the entry point to your account on the blockchain. But let me get back a few steps to a few slides I showed at the Munich meetup, NFT Munich meetup, and where I introduced the people about how a seed phrase, a private key, public key, address, and wallets are tied together, or what they actually are. Let's jump right into it. So basically a seed phrase, you know it, it's 12 or 24 words randomly, they look randomly, but they are standardized, so you cannot choose any words you like. So it's must be of that list. So this are, I think, 2048 words you can choose. And these words in the right order are leading to a private key. Yeah, and the private key is then via a cryptographic function somehow leads to a public key, and the public key again via a cryptographic function, a hash function in this case, is leading to an address. And it's basically, the address is basically a hashed form of the public key, and not only the hash, but the first 20 bytes are taken of this hash, and they are prefixed with 0x. And the private key, for example, is also a randomly looking string that is somehow the origin of it is from the seed phrase, but you can also choose a very high random number on your own and take it as a private key, convert it via cryptographic function to public key, and then convert this further to an address. In the case of Ethereum, the address and the public key are not the same. In other blockchains, they are the same. For example, in Bitcoin, as far as I know today, they are the same. In Ethereum, there's another step in between. And it's important to know that you cannot get back from an address to a seed phrase, or from address to a private key, or also not from a public key to a private key. So this is a one-way process here, and it's ensured by cryptographic and mathematics. Wallets, in the end, are then places or software that hold private keys, and with this also the address, because as I showed you, you can come from a private key to an address and to an account, or to a public key and to an address. This is what I want to say. It's basically an interface to a blockchain. You can read and write through it, and there are different types of wallets, so hot and cold wallets. But I don't want to go any deeper here. Basically, what's interesting is that Metamask is a so-called hot wallet because it's always connected to somehow your system and maybe also to the internet. And cold wallets, for example, are like this external devices like the Ledger Nano S or Nano X, which are basically physical devices where the keys are stored. And the special thing about it is that the keys are never leaving the device. So you send a transaction to this device, the transaction gets signed on the device, and the signed transaction gets back. So this is a very secure way of handling private keys. And now let's jump right into Metamask. So Metamask is, as I said, one version of a wallet, and it's a hot wallet because it's always reachable, so to say, and has open interfaces. And you can download it. So basically I opened, because of course I have installed it in my version of Chrome, I opened another Chrome instance with no extension installed. And when we go to metamask.io, we should get the same web page as before. Somehow I have... Okay, what the hell is going on? Or maybe I was at the malicious site, Metamask. Let's Google it. Metamask.io, okay, crazy. And you see, you have to be really careful what you are doing and what you are typing. Maybe I misspelled it, and there are a lot of scam projects, I'm pretty sure, that are trying to give you a wallet software that's not secure, and where they then grab your keys and steal your funds. So you have to really be careful. And it was a very good example, because maybe I mistyped the word here. Let's see what I did. I think at metamask.io, because I'm very curious to show you this once again. Metamask, you see. Okay, but this is not what I wanted to do. Okay, anyways, let's go back to the original version. But this is a really important thing. You have to be really sure that you are on the right website. You see this log icon here, and everything looks good. And you can also see, sorry, this was wrong. You can also inspect, for example, cookies and all this other stuff. Basically, I want to show you the this here, the signature and the the SSH certificate. And so, but let's go back, so to not cross too far away. You can hit download, and I'm sure you get the install MetaMask for Chrome button here. And what this actually will do is it will head over you to the Chrome Web Store, where you can add this extension to your browser then. Let's do this quickly. Okay, downloads a file. Maybe I have to open it then. Takes a few seconds. While we are waiting for the download to be finished, I want to once again highlight this because it's really important. I also have a friend that was at the wrong wallet, also hot wallet software, and really lost funds there because he misspelled one single digit or one single letter. And so it's very important to be on the very right, use the very right tools and be on the very right websites. So what do we have to do now? Restart MetaMask. Okay, let's do this. Is it now available here? Let's see. Okay, yeah. I close these other sites. So now we can be pretty sure that this is the right version because we installed it via the Chrome Web Store. So Google is somehow ensuring that it's the right version. When we hit get started, you can choose between two things. You can set up an existing wallet when you, for example, have stored the seed phrase, or we create a new wallet. And this is what we will do now. So create a wallet. You have a little bit of warnings here. So you MetaMask what they will and what they don't do. So please read this carefully and hit agree. So you now have to type a new password. So let me type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of course, you should not choose that password. Great. Here's a short explanation video about, I guess, what. It's about secret recovery phrase and somehow about what you should do with your seed phrase and how this is all going. But I will guide you through this. So click here to review. So yeah, basically MetaMask is now creating 12 or 24, 12 random words for you, which look random, but as I told you, these words are from a predefined list and they simply choose via an algorithm 12 random words. So you have now to store them or basically write them down on a piece of paper via a pen. So really manual and hardware stuff here. But it's really important to store it in a secure way, because when you now copy it via Command C or Control C and you paste it somewhere, you cannot be sure that you haven't installed already a malicious software that is listening to this clipboard and is stealing your stuff here. So it's really important that you write it down physically on paper and keep it in a safe place. So I will do it now with Command C because I have no pen with me, but it's also because I want to show you. So this is I have a mix of my desktops here. So let's quickly go back. I paste it here, and because I need to write it down or store it somewhere because they will now ask me for it. So and I will now you have to choose now the right words in order to confirm to Metamask that you really wrote it down. I will do this quickly, and I will pause the video so that you don't have to watch this. So I'm now done. I hit the last word, and now I say confirm, and it says congratulations, you set up everything, and I'm done. And what you have now is a setup wallet. So a well-configured wallet, which is showing here a user interface here. And when you hit this Fox icon here, or as you saw, you had to go down into this puzzle and click, add to favorite or something, a pin. And then when you click it, you get also this overlay here. And this is basically the summary of your account. Account 1 with the address here tied to it. It says it's not connected to the website. It's actually behind this, so it's not connected to this website. What else shows you? It shows you that you are connected to the Ethereum mainnet. You can do a few things here. You can view this account on Etherscan. You expand the view, account details, and connected sites, and all those stuff. And you can also send and receive Ether here. So you can send and could make another transaction, but this is not possible because it's 0 here, the balance. When you hit the buy button, you get advertisement to Coinbase or to Transact or other services where you can buy Ether and can send it to you. So basically buy means, at least as what I understand, is give fiat and get Ether. You can swap it via services, or basically I think Metamask is using a swapping service behind it, but you can swap from one token to another token. So in case you would have some token, you can switch from, or swap from Ether to USDC in this case. And so what's really important is that you have here the interface with your account, so you can send and receive money here. And when you hit this randomly looking image here, you see that you have one account here with 0 ETH. And you can also create another account and name it somehow. Let's leave it at account 2. And you now see you have another account with also 0 because nobody sent you something. And what's important now is that all those accounts you can create here are not really, are not really created on the fly, because they are all related to one master private key, and this one master private key can create several sub-private keys, and these sub-private keys can then create several accounts. So it's important that you know that these accounts are all derived from these 12 words. These 12 words, so hard to say, which we created originally. So these 12 words are leading to a master private key. This master private key leads to several sub-private keys, and these several sub-private keys lead to several accounts, and you can see it here. So you don't need to back up anything here or restore, or because I got the question sometimes. So I have several accounts, but I couldn't see it. Because when you import a wallet with these words, then you only get the first account created automatically, and you need to, as I showed you, you need to create your other accounts. But these are the same. So when you do this process twice, your second account is exactly the same like this one. When, and that's important, when you use these 12 words. So this is the source of truth, so to say. So these 12 words leads to one master private key, and this one master private key creates sub-private keys. But basically you can imagine of it like increasing the last digit. So therefore it's an deterministic process, and you can repeat it as often as you want. So having one private key, increase the last digit, create the public key. And increase the last digit, create another public key. And these are always the same. So you don't have to back these accounts up individually. So you need only to back up these 12 words for your master private key and have then your master account, so to say. And this master account can generate sub accounts. So this is very important to understand. So these 12 words are the, so to say, the entry point for all the accounts that are generated. Yes, this is basically Metamask. So, and also the interaction of Seedphrase, private key, public key, and accounts and addresses. And Metamask on a very high level. So of course there is much more to explore. So yeah, there are a lot of things you can set, especially when you send transactions. You can then specify, yeah, you can specify, okay, let me go back. You can specify how much gas you want to send and what your gas price is and all those stuff. So it's really, you can configure a lot, but it's a very nice user interface because it only shows you the most important things at the very beginning. So this is it, a very short introduction about what a seed phrase is, how they are connected to public keys and private keys and to accounts and addresses, a lot of words here, and what Metamask is and how it works, how you can set it up. And yeah, I hope you get something out of it. In case you have any questions, please leave a message or in the comment section below, and I'm happy to answer it if I can. And you can also connect with me via LinkedIn and Twitter. Everything is somehow related or connected with my profile here on YouTube, so you should find everything. And in case you have any questions, please leave a message and drop me a DM or something like this, because I'm happy to answer these questions, and it makes fun to spread the knowledge and the awareness of and for Web3 and blockchain. Have a nice day. See you.